What's up, everybody? My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name is Parker Ament.
Fucking nailed that, dude. And we are Excellent Sound.
Excellent Sound.
Getting better at that intro, dude.
Oh, we're killing.
Fucking time. I'm wearing a fucking Big Sur sweater. I'm in a great mood.
Fucking on vacation.
Shout out to the Nava family and the Big Sur trip. You got to come one year.
Oh, I know. I'm down.
You down?
I've never been to Big Sur.
Nipple ears? Oh, yeah. I got nipples on my ears.
Oh, yeah. You got the robot nips.
And I'm feeling nipply, so we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to remake this Nitti Gritti track called Money. It sounds a little something like this. Pretty excited about that. It's kind of like an Alamo lead.
Yeah, super killer sound, man.
We got 2 sounds for you guys in the download description right now, so go grab them if you want. If you want to hang out and learn how to do it.
Totally free, guys, in the description.
Free. In the download description right now, we got the preset and the rack. If you're part of our Discord gang, you probably already got it.
Yes, you do.
Or if you're part of our Subs and Wubbs, you probably already got that too, huh, Parks?
All the elite groups.
All the elite.
Elite, excellent groups.
Invite is in the description below. We got a lot to talk about today, but first we're going to get into this track. We're going to show you guys 2 different sounds. If you guys didn't see, last week we did Skrillex and Joyride's Again Witta.
Yeah, we did that like early too.
Yeah, we did.
Way before that release. Whoops.
Whoopsie. Sorry, Joyride.
Whoopsie.
Sorry, Uncle Skrillex.
Yeah, sorry.
And we also, our last video before that was the Virtual Riot Fat Rack. So if you guys didn't check those out, I would highly recommend that you do so. Super
awesome videos. A lot of good nugs in there.
Yeah, a lot of great nugs. We are at XLNT Sound. That is our tag. Yeah, we're going to be getting into this right now. Right? I nailed it,
some
dude.
Tiny horns up in here.
Tiny horns in the trout, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. So first things first, we're going to be going over this sound right here. Pretty cool sound. I'm pretty stoked on that one. I wanted to make the purple, like in the beginning, in the song itself, it has like, it sounds like the purple Lamborghini, like brown.
Yeah, like the little wonky.
Yeah, they call it like the yoink, but there's 2 sounds that I don't know which one's the yoink or not. But I really wanted to make that. So this is like kind of like our attempt at it. And usually if you come here, you're coming to see the closest remakes on YouTube. That's right. I'm shouting you out. But yeah, this is a really cool sound. I'm sure you can use it in tons of application. The second sound we're remaking is this like kind of boombox Alamo-y sound, this trap lead. It sounds like this. Pretty
I like
cool.
the little stutter in there too.
Yeah, some of the elements in this track, we got the kick, which sounds like this. Right? Oh, bless you, Bakes. And the 808.
It's a nice knocky kick.
Yeah, I actually made this 808 in Serum. What did you say? We'll show people maybe.
Yeah,
we don't have time to show the 808 today, but
yeah, that's like we usually do 2 sounds, like 3 sounds as the videos get a little longer. So we're thinking if you guys like this video enough times, then we can do like we'll do a mini video for you guys because this 808 is dirty.
Right, and also too, like just to kind of jump on that, we're doing a live workshop at 1500 Sound Academy. That link is in the description below, and I'll be going over some 808 techniques and how to make your own 808s, how to make them smack.
Yeah, man.
So we're super excited about that. But I'll get into that later. You guys are here to hear some shit. So yeah, kick and 808 together sound like this. Pretty fat. A couple other elements that are in here. We have some of the fills, which are kind of basic. That's kind of the same sound as before. A couple reverb. I have this like little like kind of metal thing on top of the drop. It's just kind of like a hollow sound I wanted to add to it.
Nice.
I know I'm weird. Some of the effects, I don't really need to go over that. The snare, right? Again, we try to do exact remakes here, so if you guys like these samples, stay tuned to the end of the video when we're going to be talking about how to get these type of samples. Normally, we put them in Signature Series, which is in our packs that come out.
We got a big surprise.
We got a big surprise for you motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
And then the first kick is like this big room kick. It's like, dong, dong, dong. Where are the fucking animals? Anyway, so those are all the elements. Let's go ahead and get into some of these sounds while we're here. First, let's do this crazy bass sound. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this track. Bam, like so. I'm going to turn this one off. I got the processing right here. The processing is the XLNT Fat Rack. I will go over that, but very briefly because we did give that away in our Virtual Riot Fat Rack video 2 videos ago. So if you guys want to see how we like made that, what everything's kind of doing, and also download it. Go to that video right now and download this rack. You'll be able to find it
in
right
the description.
there.
Totally free. No light gates. No funny business. Just totally free.
Just fucking download it. Okay, so this sound, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the processing right now. It sounds like this without it. Still sounds pretty fat. Just the fat rack is just kind of making it bigger and louder. I'm gonna go ahead and initialize this patch. So let's go ahead and do that. Menu, initialize preset. I'm gonna make this bigger for the world to see. Sick. All right, cool. So first things first, we're going to start with oscillator A. Oscillator A is going to be analog basic shapes. It's actually a sawtooth, which I could leave this here, but I don't know if these saws are different. Shout out in the comments if you do. If this, where is it? This saw is different than the stock one right here. I'm kind of curious to know if there's actually sound. I've kind of messed with them. I think there might be a little bit.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
different current or something.
They sound pretty similar.
Right?
I don't know if there is a difference, but maybe we need one of those like SERUM dudes.
Yeah.
That are just like
we need a SERUM nerd. All you fucking nerds out there.
Comment below.
Comment below. I like doing a lot of FM with basic shapes and like really getting into the processing of SERUM lately. I kind of have like a little new trick that I kind of found in this this sound itself, which I'd like to share with you guys. But first things first, like I said, oscillator A and oscillator B, make them both basic shapes and set them to sawtooth. For oscillator B, we're going to set this to octave to 3, and we're going to turn the level down. We're also going to turn down the level of oscillator A, like so. We're going to set the warping to FM from B, so this saw is going to filter modulate into this wave and create a whole new wave. We're not going to be able to hear it right now, but I'm going to get some LFO on here too so we can hear it in a sec. And we're going to set the FM from B to around 28%, right, Parks?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to turn both randoms down. We want the wavetable to start at the same point at the beginning every time. That's what that knob does. If it's all the way up, it's going to hit it in random spots. If it's like halfway, it's like somewhat random. So that's what that knob does, in case you didn't know. All right, so let's go ahead and draw our first LFO. Our first LFO is kind of a weird one. You don't necessarily have to do it exactly like this, but I mean, you want like this type of shape, basically. But the way that I did it in the patch is like this. It's kind of curved down like so, and this one's kind of just like that. I kind of like
get in the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah, I like the tail end thing that kind of happens at the end of the sound, which you'll hear when we're done with it. But feel free to pull this notch down if you don't like it. Make sure that this is on trigger, okay? And make sure you set this to half notes, like so. And we're gonna go ahead and start putting this on some stuff right now. We're going to go ahead and put it on the level knob of oscillator A, and we're going to put it on the FM knob to get some sound. And for the FM, we're going to set that to 15. It's going to sound like this. Kind of cool already. I mean, it's not cool, but I think it's kind of got some nice texture in there. You can tell right away. Next thing lately that I've been doing is kind of messing with band passes. Basically, using distortion after a band pass to bring the highs back in. I learned that trick actually from our company Q&A that we did at Icon. That's another video if you guys want to check that out. He's an insane producer. He was talking about using filters and band passes, so I started doing that with this one. It also had that kind of whip to it, so that's another reason why I chose this filter. I'm going to go ahead and set the filter to normal, and it's going to be band 24, right, Parks?
Yep.
Band 24. And we're going to make sure that A is going to it, and we're going to set the cutoff to 129 hertz. Come on. All right, that works. All right, right around there. Resonance is good. Pan is good. Mix is good. Drive. Did I turn the drive up a little bit? I guess I did.
Yeah,
I
like
turned
a
it
little
up
bit,
a
like
smidge.
3%.
3%. All right. And then we're going to put LFO 1 on the cutoff. And I'm going to go ahead and shift option or shift whatever click if you're on PC. 86. Still haven't learned what that click is. Go ahead and shout it out in the comments below, and I still will forget. Wow. 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 Wow, wow, cool. Getting a little nice little whippage. We're gonna go ahead and add a sub oscillator. You can feel free to do this if you want, but I like adding a lot of sub in my patches and then cut it out or turn it off if I don't want it. I'd rather have it in there than not.
Yeah.
And just kind of leave it up like so. Wow. And also we're gonna send the sub to the filter as well. Let's go ahead and make our second LFO. What do you say, Parks?
Let's do it.
This one's kind of more traditional. It's gonna look like this. Right?
Yeah, a little
curvature.
Little
curve. Yeah, put this kind of more in the middle, like so. set this to trigger and set it to half. And we're going to play with that later. Also, while we're here, let's go ahead and put it on mono because this is kind of a bass shot. So, wow, wow. Nice. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the effects processing. I have it saved from before, so I'm going to go ahead and load it. Save your effect chains, kids. Always a good idea.
Look at our beautiful effects chain folder, guys.
Ooh, so many.
RL Grime in there.
I'm going to go through one by one and let you guys know what everything's doing. Go turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. Most of the stuff happens in here, but I'm going to leave the OTT on, but I'll go over that in a second so we get some actual loudness going. So the first things first is we have a hyper dimension. Hyper's mix is turned all the way down. Size is all the way down on the dimension, but the mix is about a little bit above halfway at 51%. It should be sounding like this. That's just to get to width. Now it's a little loud, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the master down just a smidge. Now here's a big thing. This diode right here is really going to do a lot for the distortion. So diode 2 is what you want to do. Set the drive to 49% and the mix all the way up. And then I think we're going to put an LFO on this, right, Parks? Should be LFO 1?
Yep.
LFO 1 is going to go on the drive. So as that sound is opening up, that drive is getting louder and more distorted. That sound is getting more chunkier, as they would say.
Mo chunk.
More chunk. Bringing those highs back in by using the band pass and then distorting afterwards. A great technique. Again, check out that company video. Cool, right? All right, next we got a flanger, whatever the fuck it's called.
Flanging it up.
I got the rate turned all the way up. I got the depth at 8%, the feedback at 28, and the phase at 180, and the mix at 30%. LFO 1 is going to go on the depth, and it's going to go to 64. Let's see what that does. This is going to kind of add like a little bit of springy sound to it. Also, we're going to go ahead and put it on the feedback of the flanger, and that's going to be set to 40. And then again, we're also going to be putting it on the mix knob, and that's going to be going all the way up. Cool, sounded pretty good. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a phaser, a phaser. My phaser.
Phaser Skrillex.
Phaser Skrillex.
Phaser said.
Phaser. Me phaser. Shout out to all the Germans out there in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, rate all the way down, depth at 40%, frequency at 3184, feedback at 80%, phase at 95, and mix at 21. There is no modulation going on here, so go ahead and move right on past that. Next, we have a nice chorus. Chorus is going to add a little bit more of metallic, kind of like the Yo Man preset. We use that a lot. Rate is at 0.01. Delay 1 is at 2.1. Delay 2 is at 0. Depth at 26 milliseconds. Feedback at 10%, and low pass filter at 1,000. We're going to go ahead and put on a LFO on the mix, and that's going to go to around 30 toots. Right, Parks?
There it is.
30 toots. Let's hear how that's sounding. Cool. Now we're going to get into like kind of the fun stuff. The filter we're using is a Flange Plus. It's in flanges. Flange Plus right there. Cutoff is going to be at 50 hertz. Resonance is at 18%. Drive is at 26. And pan is halfway with the mix at 25. We got some other stuff going on here too, right, Parker?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the LFO on LFO 1 on the cutoff, and that's going to be set to 12. There we go. Nice. Kind of getting a little bit more springy. On the resonance as well, this is going to do a lot. I hope so. If not, I sound like a dumbass. No, I definitely did a lot.
It's like a wet spring.
Wow. Yeah, exactly. I'm also going to go ahead and put it on the drive. I'm starting on the drive on the mix knob, and that's going to go to 61. Whoa. Cool. All right.
That's awesome.
Sweet. Now, let's get into this delay thing. This is kind of like the new thing I've been messing around. You've seen me mess around with some of this stuff if you watch our other videos where I kind of set the link on and I delay left and right to be the exact same time. And this is like almost like a tune because it's delaying so fast. It has like a tonality to it. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I kind of have the filter just kind of pulled all the way up and this turned on. I have LFO 2 on this, I believe. So LFO 2 that we created earlier, we're going to put it on the feedback, and we're going to have it go backwards to minus 30 sevs. Oh, wait, did I tell them where it's at? It did, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, if I didn't, the feedback's at 63, and it's at 20.51, and then mix is at 25. So pretty cool. When you mess with that feedback and that mix knob, you can get some crazy stuff. Also, we're going to put it on the mix knob as well. Mix knob is going to be set to 40 forts.
40 Fortnite.
40 forts. And we're also, this is my new little technique. I put it on the left and right time thing right here. So I think this is changing. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it's changing the time, which is going to create a little bit different.
Maybe it's going like 0 to 20.51.
Yeah, I think so.
Just opening up.
That first one is shifted forward, so shift option or shift window.
Yeah.
Wait, or is it shifted? Or is it going backwards?
No, it's forward.
It's going forward to 100.
That's adding a lot.
And then I'm also going to put it on this one as well, and this one's going to go on the right side, and that's just going to be all the way up at 100, right, Parker?
Yep.
Sick. Okay, cool. Next, we have the OTT. This threshold, it's just stock OTT. All I did is, the compressor multiband, is I set it to 17.4 dB gain. I like my shit loud. Hey, is LFO, can you check right here if I don't think I put LFO 1 on those two. No, okay, those are good.
No.
All right, nice. And then lastly, we have a EQ as a sort of filter. I don't know why I did this side. Oh, actually, no, I know why I did this side. So just on the right side, this doesn't matter. Right on the right side, frequency is at 240, Q is at 41, and gain is at minus 16.5. Go ahead and turn that on. And we're going to have LFO 1 on the frequency, and that's just going to open all the way up to 83. Oh, wow. I thought it was open all the way up. Weird. Nice. I love this sound.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Pretty cool sound. Let's hear how it's sounding by itself. And that's pretty much it for this sound. Let's go ahead and get into processing. I'm just going to kind of turn it on. Like I said, if you want to see how we made the processing rack, the Virtual Riot XLNT FAT rack with all stock Ableton plugins, mind you. There is no third-party plugins, so if you don't have any money, don't worry. All you got to have is Ableton. I think most of the stuff is in standard.
It's a beast rack, you guys. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. This is without it, and then with it. And if you already have the XLNT FAT rack, just set it to FAT to 125 and stereo to 167.
Just tell your friends that you have it as well.
Tell your friends you have it, right? Yeah, there's just a little bit of stereo EQ, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, go watch the video. We're not going to go through it because it's going to take too long. We already did it in the other video, so if you want to learn how we did it, or if you just want to go download it, just shoot on over to that video or our website. It's there with plenty of other free downloads if you didn't already know. Tons of free shit on our website.
Oh my gosh, we got so much, you guys.
Yeah, a lot. Way too much. Okay. So let's hear how this is sounding. Nice. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go ahead and make the lead. Let's get into that lead. Very Alamo-esque, very old school trap kind of siren-y.
Yeah.
I love these type of sounds. It's nice to see him using this. And shout out to Nitti Gritti if you guys haven't heard of him. This song is called Money. I think he has another song called Hush Money. Some people wanted us to do that too, possibly. If you want us to do that, just let us know in the comments below, or any other remakes you want us to do.
What's the EP called? Money EP? Probably.
I don't know. I forgot what the EP is
Everything's
called.
about money.
Money, dude.
That green.
He
that
loves
cheddar.
the money, dude. The Nitti Gritti.
Yeah. He's like evolved. His sound is like,
Oh, yeah,
he
he's
started
popping.
really, really crazy, and now he like did some hip hop shit and some trap shit, and now he's
Just
like,
finding his lane.
that's really dope.
So I duplicated this on over because I got some pitch bend and some other stuff going on. I'm going to turn this one off, and I'm also going to turn off the processing so we can start from an initialized patch. One thing I want to check on the original patch is what do I have the pitch bend at? 12 and minus 12. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the settings over here, and I'm going to go ahead and initialize this patch. I'm going to set that to 12 on the pitch bend and minus 12 for the pitch down, I guess, pitch D. I'm going to turn the automation. That's kind of what's going on. I tried to do it all in SERUM, but there's too much pitching going on.
Yeah.
This is actually a pretty simple sound, but there's a lot of pieces to it, I should say. So for oscillator A, we're just going to leave it on the default sawtooth and set it to -1 like so. Nice, very nice. We're going to set the unison to 3 and turn the detune almost all the way down to 0.1 like so. Nice. Okay, and we're going to turn the blend down. This is the actual unison waves, how loud they are. So how loud are the detune waves, essentially? We're going to turn that down to 20. So let's turn that down to 20. Okay, cool. We're going to turn the random down of the wavetable because we want it to start at the same point every single time. Oh man, I got to fucking put my sweater sleeves on.
I know, dude.
Big Sur's getting hot in here, dude.
Getting warm in here.
I just tried to wear what I thought was the coolest sweater I could wear today.
Dude, it's fucking sick, dude.
Think so? What do you guys think?
Yeah, dude.
Shout out if you've been to Big Sur. It's beautiful. Cool. Sounded pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the level all the way down, and we're going to draw a first LFO, which is going to look like this. Kind of bring it up to right here and pull this one up like that. We're going to set this one to envelope mode, and it's going to be set to quarters, and this is going to go on the level. So it's going to fade in, but it's not going to fade in all the way. It's going to go to, 80 toots?
It's going to be about, 79.
79. So there's a little bit of delay on the attack there. I wanted to use an LFO rather than the envelope because I got too much stuff going on with the other one, so that's the reason why. Okay, so that's looking good. Next, let's go ahead and make our second LFO. Our second LFO is going to be more like this, kind of bounced. Just a little, is it a tiny curve? Or
Yeah,
just
it's
straight?
just like a little tiny.
Tiny curve, set it to envelope, set it to half. And this is going to go on the detune. This is going to be kind of cool. Watch this. Put this on the detune. I've done this before in a couple videos, and a couple people have really dug it. But you can use detune to get some weird sounds. Put that to 40/4. So as the sound is as getting longer, it's getting more detune. Kind of cool. Do I have it on the fine tune too?
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on the fine tune 1.
Just a little bit.
Is it going forward or?
Yeah, forward.
Okay, so I'm going to shift option or shift Windows, click, set that to 1. Pull that down to 1. Uno. Cool. All right. Next, I have the LFO 3. Let me make this a little bit bigger, actually, so the kids at home can see. LFO 3 is going to be like this. I'm going to pull this one all the way over here, and I'm going to curl this up. Like so. This is kind of like the vroom. And this is going to be set to envelope, and it's going to be set to bar. I think this is going to go on the master tune. I forgot.
Yes, it is.
It is? Okay, great. So let's leave that like that for now. And then LFO 4. LFO 4 is going to be kind of similar to LFO 1, except we're going to go ahead and do it like a little bit later. Like almost to like the 2 right here. Right?
Yeah.
And then set that to envelope as well and set it to quarter. Good. This is going to go on the coarse pitch of oscillator A, and I think it's just going to 19, which it should go stock. Yeah. Cool. All right. Next, let's go ahead and get into our filter. For our filter, we're going to use a MG Low 12. Cutoff is going to be just a smidge or a hair. Just a hair. Is it? No, it's at noon. Sorry, leave it at noon.
Yeah.
Turn the resonance up. We're going to give it a little bit of a notch here at 36% is what we're going to do. So 36. Pan is good. Mix is good. That's all good. And we're going to go ahead and I believe put a one of these LFOs on there. Which one is it? Is it LFO 1? Yeah, LFO 1 is going to go on the cutoff. It's going to open all the way up, but go ahead and make sure it shifts forward. So shift option or shift whatever, click. Nice. I'm going to turn the master up too because we need a little bit more volume. Nice. Okay, great. Now let's go ahead and go to the matrix and let's go ahead and do our master tune, which I think was LFO 3.
Yep.
So I'm going to say LFO 3, why don't you go ahead and control the global master tune? And I'm going to set that to -9. And also make sure it's pushing forward, I believe. Right, Parker?
Yep.
It's It's like kind of like that zipper sound that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and jump on into the effects. For the effects, I'm going to go ahead and load that effect rack or effect chain that I have. The Nitti Gritti lead right here. Bam. Cool. Just a couple things, really simple. I'm going to leave the OTT on right now. We'll go over that first so we can get some loudness. Thresholds at -18.1, ratios at 4/1, attacks at 90 milliseconds, releases at 90 milliseconds, gain is all the way down, and the mix is all the way up. Kind of fattens it up real nice. The first effect that you want to add is a hyperdimension with the rate at 40, detune at 16, mix all the way down, so forget what I just said. Dimension size down and the mix up just a little bit. So a little bit of width on the sides at 18%. And then we have a little bit of tube distortion. We're just using this for a little bit of saturation, a little bit of grit. Turn the drive to 82 and the mix all the way up. Nice. Then we have a EQ going on right now. The EQ is just kind of creating two little notches of two specific frequencies. So frequency 1 is going to be at 638 with the Q at 60%, gain at 9.3. And then frequency on the right will be at 2041 for the frequency, Q at 60, and gain at 9.2. Nice. Adding those little peaks adds a lot. So that's it for the stock sound. All right. Now let's get into processing where this kind of makes a huge difference. I have what's called a throw rack. We've done other videos where I think if you actually are in our Discord, even if you use FL or if you use Logic, or we don't have any Pro Tools racks, but
no Pro Tools racks.
Jump in our Discord. We have a channel called Rack Share where you can submit your racks for people to use. We just like to share the wealth of racks that we have.
Share the nugs and nodge.
We have tons of racks in all our downloads, but yeah, racks on racks. Thank you, Beka.
Racks on racks.
So what I got going on here is kind of a reverb throw with the processing of the sound. This is just to kind of create that crazy space that trap can kind of do. Trap is always like either a simple lead or a bass over a fat 808, and it's really hard to really make it sound full and make it sound giant. So a lot of times like reverb throws are used a lot for that push-pull element. You know what I mean?
Fill up some space.
Philip, that's your name.
Philip, some space. Who's Philip?
You're Philip.
No, I'm not. My name is Parker.
Sorry, Parker. Phil and Dan.
Phil and Dan.
Bro, when we turn fucking 60 and
Uncle
have fat
Dan
bellies.
And Phil.
Uncle Phil, Uncle Dan.
Oh my God. This is how you sound design.
Also, I forgot to mention, make sure you put on mono and legato, and always for portamento, and turn the portamento up just a little bit. What's the portamento at? 1?
It's at 0.
0? Z?
Z.
Cool. All right, now let's get into that processing rack like I mentioned before. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. It's going to go one by one. We'll start. Let me open these up. I have the tuner here to help me find like how the pitch is happening, because a lot of times with remakes, pitching can be very, very difficult. So if you want to use a tuner, sometimes that can really help to look at what the original's doing, and you can kind of reference that.
Yeah, especially when you're writing your automation.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that was like a.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm turning these off, so don't even worry about it. I'm turning these off so we can go one by one, see what's going on here. This is a good little rack. Okay, so I have some mapping going on, which I'll go over that at the end. First thing we have is an OTT at 100% with some highs pulled up and the time all the way up. That gets rid of that. I'll move it over just a smidge. Don't worry, Bakes. That time gets rid of that OT sizzle that happens. So it doesn't sound all crazy. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
I do like the OT sizzle sometimes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, the excellent OT sizzle. Next, we have an overdrive. This is for some distortion. This is pretty stock. The only thing is I boosted the dynamics by 4. Don't ask me why. I just wanted to do it. I don't know if it makes a difference.
You usually never use the compressor on the overdrive.
I did on this one because it's like a really fat, kind of thick.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's loud. Next, we have a saturator. We're using actually a hard curve. All this is stock, no drive, just at 100%, just more saturation. Oh, that's loud. Oh, I'm going to use OTT. I'm sorry if I killed your ears right there. Let me turn down a little bit. That does a lot. Perceived loudness. That's what saturators can do.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Saturator is kind of cool. Little nug and nodge right here.
Smoking the ball. Smoking the ball.
That's how
Got
I
a little
smoke.
green in there?
Nogs. Nogs of nodge.
Nogs of nudge.
Nogs of nudge. So saturators are, what's really cool about a saturator is a saturator can create what's called perceived loudness. So if I look at my meter, right, my meter should be showing me the same, but it should sound louder to me, which is because you're actually saturating specific frequencies in the frequency band. Oh, Baker, write this shit down word for word, nug and nodge. I'm nailing it right now. Don't write that what I just said, but that can give you a perceived loudness and give you more headroom in your mix.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Do you want to add to that, Parker?
You nailed it, dude.
Dude, fuck.
You fucking nailed it, bro.
I did.
Great.
So saturate your shit, kids. It makes it
Saturate
sound
all
louder
that
without
shit.
actually clipping, even though we clip here at Excellent.
We clip it up.
We clip shit.
Clip shit. Sounds like a backpack brand.
Whatever sounds good, that's the rule. Whatever sounds good, that's what matters. Don't look at a color.
No.
Okay, so saturator, like I said, it's just stock with a hard curve. Next, we have an OTT again. This is going to probably turn down the volume, which I'll kind of... Do I need to move over, Bakes?
Yeah,
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
OTT, a little highs. Let's go like this. Little highs, little mids, 100%, and leave the time where it's at. Let's see how this is sounding. See, now I can put it back up to 2.8. Because that's compressing it and kind of just crunching it up more, making it more of a sausage. You know how much we like sausage here at Excellent Sound.
Love that sausage, dude.
Next, we have another saturator. Baker, I'll move that over. Ooh, look at our nice animations presented here by Baker. Everything's stock here. Just dry wet at 68.3, drive at 2.86 with a medium curve, sounding like this. Nice. And then lastly, oh no, not lastly, just kidding. Sorry, Bakes, I messed up. I have to move it over though. Okay, reverb, right? Reverb, just you want to have just the low cut on. Make the diffusion look like this. So it's basically the reverb starts small and then opens big. Normally I think it's like this, how reverb looks, right? Or something like that. But yeah, just pull this guy up so it looks like half of a bottle, kind of, right? That's the way I imagine diffusion too. If that's a helpful tip. Just imagine your reverb like this is the shape of a bottle and how it's actually coming out into a room, right?
That's a good, like, visual.
Yeah, I make shit up in my head all the time. I don't know if it's true. I'm just kidding. It's true. Okay, so all this stuff is pretty much stock. Decay time, we're going to get into that. So go ahead and leave that stock for right now because we're going to macro it and leave the dry wet. Actually, turn the decay all the way down and turn the dry wet all the way down for right now. And then we're going to add OTT. So this OTT is our last thing. This is going to make this reverb fly, right? This is going to make that room big, dude. You like big room?
Flying some verb.
Fly some verb, dude. 23% for the amount and the highs and mids pulled up. And then I just have a tuner here. So what you can do, Baker, this is going to get really weird, so just I can control it. I don't want to, like, fuck you up. But basically, I'm going to pull the reverb back over here so you guys can see it. I'm going to map the decay and the dry wet knob. Okay, and the way that I'm going to do that, or way that you're going to do that, is you're going to group all these together by selecting all the effects and hitting Command G. Actually, can you move it to the first shot, Baker?
What, the zoom out?
Yeah, actually do that. That's probably better. So yeah, I have all these grouped together, Command G, right? Or you should probably, if you download our rack, you can get it like this. But if you're trying to make it word for word or whatever, this is how you macro stuff. I can hit map right here on this little, after I've made it into a group, and I can select, like let's say I want to select this one. I'm sorry, I want to select the reverb decay, so I would click this. I'm not going to do it right now because it's mapped. And then I would go back over here and I would hit map, and that would map it automatically to this knob right here. And then back over here I have the dry wet, which I would also hit map. I'm sorry, I would click this. So Ableton says, okay, what do you want to do with this? And I would say map here. So that's how that is mapped. Two knobs are mapped to one at the macro over here. So what I did with this now is I have this turned up to about 85% at the max, I think. So some of the sound sounds like this. So it's at 41 there. Watch that knob. It throws it and then comes back down. And you can adjust that to taste however you like it. But that's pretty much how you guys make that sound. Let's go ahead and hear it in context. What do you say, Parks?
Let's do it.
Pretty sick.
Super sick.
So hopefully you guys learned something in that today. A couple things we want to talk about. If you guys like a lot of the samples that we have in here, do you want to tell the people?
Yeah, man.
Why don't you get in there? Tell the people.
You guys have been asking for all of our signature sounds.
Project files.
We give a lot of stuff away for free. We give you all the SERUM presets. Usually, if there's a third or a bonus sound, we don't give it away. But we give away most of our stuff. But you guys have been really asking for all of the samples, and we've been doing that. And we've been putting them into like a signature series pack in all of our sample packs. But now,
there's more.
We have set something up for you guys to where you guys can actually have access to the samples that we create weekly.
Yep.
Very exciting. Should we tell them?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tell them what it is. It's not.
It's not live yet. So
it will be up in like a week or so.
Yeah, it'll be up in probably maybe next week.
If we get it up by now, which probably is not going to happen, but if we get it up by this video, it'll be up there. We'll be shouting out in the next video or not, but yeah, go ahead and tell them.
Yeah, we have been we've been ramping up. I guess you can say we're ramping up our tiers on Patreon. So we finally did it.
We've had it for like 3 years.
We've had it for like 3 years. We just didn't even set it up correctly and stuff. But we totally beefed it up. We made crazy tiers for you guys. You guys are going to be getting signature samples. You guys are going to be getting exclusive sounds monthly. So
tons of stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super hyped.
We've never done anything this big before.
Yeah. It's taken a long time in the works.
Yeah, but we've been doing a lot of prep. We've been working really hard for you guys to bring you some really cool content. And so next week, it should be up.
Look for it. If you guys are excited about it, please let us know in the description. We wanted to make a way to be able to like give away like the project files and the samples. But like honestly, it's like not even going to be. We have a bunch of different tiers. So, like, if you donate, like, $1, you'll get whatever. And
yeah, you'll get, like, a little something.
I think this tier is, like...
It'll probably be maybe, like, a lower to mid-tier.
Yeah, and basically, you're gonna get that monthly, right? So you're going to get 4, essentially, a month. So 4 project files. For this example of one of the tiers we have, you'll get 4 project files from the remakes that we do on YouTube, including all the samples that we do. So all the signature samples will be in there. And it's a very, very, I think, really good deal.
It's going to be meaty.
Yeah.
It's going to be thick.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. It's our way of doing like a type of, I don't know, it's like kind of like subscribing to...
Yeah, it's kind of like an excellent subscription. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more personal, and then like he was saying too, there'll be some other tiers that'll be like just insanely exclusive.
Yeah, very like not a lot of people can join these tiers, and you guys are gonna get like very, very personal sounds and presets.
But this one's gonna be open to everybody.
Yeah, that one will be open to everybody.
So yeah, look for that around next week. Like I said, normally we put it in a pack anyway, so if you just want to get the signature series stuff, we're going to have a method for that. And it's going to be really, really easy for you guys to get. We're really excited about it.
Super excited, guys.
If you guys like what you see here and you support us in any way, or if maybe you've been watching our channel for a little bit and you've been thinking about subscribing, please, I recommend that you do. You will be happy. We try our best to do the best possible remakes we do that there are on YouTube.
Yeah, we pride ourselves in this.
Yeah, and if you guys like this style of music, I highly recommend you go check out on our website. We have a pack called Cartel. It's got hybrid trap and future bass. It's essentially named after Boombox Cartel for that style of genre. It's probably, I don't know, Riddim Riot 2 might be taking it out. I don't know, we'll see. But
yeah, Riddim Riot's popping right now.
Excellent sound, Cartel, hybrid trap. It's got 90 presets and I think over 400 samples and a project file. If you guys like this, you'll definitely like this. This sample pack that we created. We worked really hard on it. It's been out for almost a year in December, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Other than that, we do have Riddim Riot Volume 2 right now, and really excited that we actually have a remix contest going on right now. So it's almost over. You have until October 31st to get your submissions in. So if you're just catching this now, you could still get in there. We're going to be giving away a free pack of your choice for the grand prize winner, as well as a mentor session with me. And we're going to give you some clout chasers. We're going to give you, we're going to feature probably your song on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Also on our SoundCloud, it'll be an official Excellent Sound remix, as well as a second place winner, which will win a pack of their choice. And I'm sure you'll get the nod as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
For the first place winner, it gets the hour mentorship with
first
Parker
place.
or myself, whatever you guys want.
We were peeking at some of the submissions, too. And there's some crazy bangers
There's
in
some
there.
good shit. And if you don't make Riddim, that's okay. Like, make whatever you want. Like, I don't care. We and Parker were just talking about, like, if it was fucking bluegrass, like, I don't fucking care. Like, it might be really cool. I might be really
like
into it.
Trip hop or something, or like something like super ambient. That could be crazy. You
Yeah,
know?
that's why we have two winners too. Like, one that we're like, hey, like, this is the best, and then two, like, hey, like, this is like,
yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know,
like
this is
sick. This is different.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's why we have two. And who knows, whatever we like the best, we're going to choose. And hopefully be good exposure for you guys. Make sure you jump in our Discord, like I said. We are at XLNT Sound is the tag. I feel like I'm forgetting something. There is something.
I think we got it. We nailed it.
Oh, I said lessons. We are, dude, mentor lessons are getting booked up.
Oh, yes.
It's getting crazy, bro.
It's getting wild.
If you guys want to get in and do a lesson with myself or either Parker, you can check that out on our website. If you want bundle deals for different lessons, just email us at info@XLNTSound. We do mixing and mastering as well, so you can feel free to email us there, as well as production, as well as if you're in the Hollywood area and you want to actually use the studio.
LA residents, come on down.
Hit us up. Let us know. Come by, say hi,
Get
whatever.
something set up.
Have a quick chat. So make sure you check out all the links in the description. We got a bunch of shit in there. Like I said, the 1500 or nothing thing's coming up very soon. Super nervous about that,
That's
but
gonna be huge.
super excited.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
represented on that post, posted a bunch of comments.
Yeah,
showing
dude.
them what
Excellent
Excellent
gang.
is. These guys are big timers. We're like, yo, we're EDM kids.
We're fucking shouting for the EDM crew.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go ahead and listen to this one more time. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
That was a solid video, bro. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.